Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're going to look closely at Allura Creative Agency.
Yes, specifically using their homepage copy as our source.
Right. And the goal really is to figure out what makes them different in the PR space. They talk about this executive engagement engine and a not-for-profit setup.
It's definitely an unusual mix. I mean, you don't often see the world's only not-for-profit public relations powerhouse as a headline. It grabs your attention.
It really does. So, okay, let's unpack that bit first. A not-for-profit PR agency, how does that work? They say their mission is amplifying your influence.
Well, being not-for-profit suggests their main driver isn't, shareholder profit. It's achieving that mission-boosting influence.
Okay.
So any extra money they make likely goes back into the agency. Better services, maybe furthering the mission somehow. It would
Really?
appeal to clients who care a lot about purpose, about impact.
Interesting angle. And then there's the other big piece, this executive engagement engine.
Mm.
They mention strategic engagement quite a bit, getting commitments from top executives specifically, not just general marketing.
Yeah, that signals a really targeted approach.
Mm.
Very high level. They're not just casting a wide net.
Right.
They seem laser focused on getting the attention and, crucially, the buy-in from the real decision makers.
Mm.
C-suite, founders, owners.
Yeah.
That sounds, well, pretty resource intensive compared to standard PR.
And they break it down with these three pillars on the site: precision whale hunting, commitment-centric events, and fortune and follow-up. Catch names.
Very memorable. Precision whale hunting. It really paints a picture, doesn't it?
It does.
Suggests a very deliberate, almost surgical process for identifying and targeting those key individuals, like using sonar, not just a big net.
So, quality over quantity makes sense. And commitment-centric events, that sounds like these aren't your average mixers.
Exactly. They seem designed for a specific outcome. Getting those top people actively involved, making actual commitments. They even mention predictable results.
That's a bold claim. How would they even ensure that?
Likely through very careful design. The content, the format, who's invited. Everything geared towards real interaction, creating an atmosphere where these leaders feel, well, compelled to engage and commit.
Okay. And the third one, fortune and follow-up. That seems pretty clear the event isn't the end.
Absolutely not. It highlights that the real value, the fortune, comes from nurturing those connections after the event, turning that initial engagement into something tangible, something profitable.
Right, the long game.
And they mentioned proprietary follow-up processes, suggesting they have a specific system for this.
They then lay out their three-stage engine, which seems to track these pillars: engagement ignition, commitment catalyst, and fortune follow-up.
It's their roadmap. Engage in ignition, that's step one. Just getting the attention of these very busy, very targeted executives, cutting through the noise.
Then, commitment catalyst, turning that attention into a real commitment to show up, to participate in their events, getting past the maybe.
Precisely. Overcoming that inertia. And finally, fortune follow-up, building those relationships long-term for, as they put it, measurable, profitable outcomes.
And it all wraps up with a call to action, doesn't it? Inviting you to discover the power of this engine and to book your strategy.session today.
Yeah, it's a direct pitch focused on influence and results, linking it all back to their unique engine.
So for you listening, the key thing about Allura Creative Agency seems to be this unique positioning. They're a not-for-profit, hyper-focused on landing these top-tier executives using this structured proprietary executive engagement engine.
It's a really interesting specialization, focusing so narrowly. It's a bet on high impact, definitely. Maybe with a smaller, but potentially more valuable client base.
Yeah, it really makes you think, doesn't it? How does this super targeted, commitment-driven strategy stack up against, more traditional PR that aims for wider visibility? What are the pros and cons there? And which kinds of companies or goals would actually benefit most from this kind of whale hunting? It's certainly a different philosophy for PR.
A different philosophy entirely.
Thanks for digging into this with us today.